You have water actually in there, I think.
It's not vodka.
It could be vodka. Oh, that'd be funny. We should make it Pop Rocks for someone. Hey everyone, Morgan Carey here from Real Estate Webmasters. We're here in the REW studio. We have Justin Haver here. He is our long-term client and about to do a really fun interview with him about a new project and learn a little bit about the history. So welcome, Justin.
Thank you for having me, Morgan, and it's a pleasure being here in the REW headquarters in Nanaimo.
So Justin, what kind of agent are you looking for your team?
Well, we're looking for agents that obviously don't want to take on the risks themselves, and because this is a business where, being an individual agent, you have to wear a lot of hats. You have to obviously do your marketing, you got to do all your support, client care, all that stuff. So what we want to do is empower the agents to really focus on what they're good at. If they're good at serving the clients at the highest level, that's what we want them to do. And we will take care of everything else in the background, ensure that they have ample of opportunities to provide for their families, and at the same time support them to be successful.
You're probably the biggest investor in web marketing in real estate in all of Calgary. Why make such a big investment? What does web marketing mean for you and your team? And tell us about your strategy.
Well, it started pretty much from day one when I got into the business, because somebody told me that you should at least invest 25% of your commissions back into your business. And that was something that resonated with me because, back when I got in the business in 2005, the web was just kind of starting out. It was relatively new. And I understood that it was a business where you need leads and opportunities in order to be successful. I have always invested back into the web. Nowadays, 95% of buyers start their search online, and that's where it's very important for me to focus our marketing efforts online to attract potential buyers for all of the sellers that we are representing. I owe that to our clients, and I also owe it to all the agents on our team, right, to generate and create opportunities. I'm essentially responsible for 40 families.
So speaking of your team, why would someone want to join your team versus, let's say, doing it on their own?
Well, first of all, what we're doing has already been proven and is quite successful in our market. And, to start new and to get into the business right now, you're going to be so many years behind of where we are today. And, it's going to take a lot of resources and a lot of money to get to the level where we are at. So, if you can't beat them, join them, is what some agents have said that have recently joined up on our team here within the last year.
A Miracle Home, what is that and why is that important to you?
Well, so being part of RE/MAX, we have the opportunity to be a part of the Children's Miracle Network, and every home that Justin Haver & Associates sells, we actually make 2 donations to the Children's Miracle Network, which supports the Alberta Children's Hospital, which is located in Calgary. And obviously that goes into research and development for, medical and help and support for the children that are sick in our marketplace. So, children are always important. They're usually also very innocent to a lot of the illnesses and that kind of stuff that they're faced with.
Right on. So you're here in the REW studio, with Real Estate Webmasters, and you've been with us a long time. We were having dinner the other night, and you were sharing your story, and I think the audience would love to hear, how did you get here? What brought you to Real Estate Webmasters?
Well, you know what, my obsession with online rankings back in the day, and I still obsess about websites and rankings today, And it started by me just doing some research in my marketplace and noticed that there were a couple of people that were ranking exceptionally well in Google at the
Yeah.
time, and they were REW clients.
Okay.
I reached out to both of those people and had a conversation and reached out to you guys. And I believe my first project with REW was a custom site.
Yep. Brown.
Brown one, yeah.
It's brown. It wasn't. It didn't work on the phone. There was no responsive back then.
And, you know, it was a custom site, and I even remember, you know, I believe the cost was about $15,000 for a custom site back then.
Yes.
And to me, I'd only been in the business for, you know, 2-3 years at the time, and that was a lot of money.
Yeah. It's like a
And-
mortgage payment.
And, well, you had to pay that up front. And so, I mean, I made the jump.
Yeah.
And I committed to building the site, and then I also believe I committed to full SEO program that you were offering back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that with the conversion rate of the amazing Canadian dollar back then, it was costing me about $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
And
That's scary for
it was
a new agent.
It was
For any agent.
super scary. I mean, my mortgage payment back then was $1,000 a month, and I was spending 4 times that amount on my website, not knowing whether or not it was going to work or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to make it work because, you know, I was all in.
Right.
And, you know, I've continued to reinvest as the business has grown over the years into the online marketing, now operating about 10 websites in my marketplace. You know, and it continues to be obviously driving the brand in the marketplace, but also putting exposure to our clients' listings and attracting buyers for all of the team members to, you know, assist in finding their dream home or investment property or whatever that is.
Calgary.com. How did you get that domain, first of all? And you know, what's the plan for Calgary.com?
So, you know, again, me sitting there obsessing about domain names and that kind of stuff, I noticed that Calgary.com was not being used. It was a dead web page. You know, I looked up who owned it, and it was the Yellow Pages.
Right.
And about 4 years ago, getting close to 5 years ago, I reached out to them and I said, hey, do you guys want to sell Calgary.com? Their first response was no. And I threw them a couple of offers, and they said no to each and every one of them. And the last one was a pretty high number, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
You know, if they accept this, I'm like, holy cow, I'm tapped out.
Right.
And a funny thing about this, you know, every year I'll do a vision board. And about 5 years ago, I created a vision board, and in the top corner, I put owncalgary.com.
Right.
Every year when I redid my vision board, I would basically, after that first vision board, I ripped off the corner. And when I hung up my vision board, I just put that owncalgary.com underneath the tack that I stuck into the wall.
Yeah.
And about June of last year, I got an email from the lawyer at Yellow Pages. Hey, our position has changed. Are you still interested in Calgary.com? I literally sat there at my desk, looked over my shoulder, looking at my vision board in my office, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still interested. So that was on a Wednesday. By Friday, we had come to an agreement on price. Monday afternoon, they'd sent me, you know, the contract. 4 o'clock, signed it, sent it over. 4:30, I'd wire the funds. Tuesday, I had the domain.
Wow. That's
And-
scary.
And you know what? I mean, it's pretty exciting. I mean, I don't think you can get a better domain for Calgary.
Really exciting project for Calgary.com. You know, what's your vision?
You know, the vision is to essentially create a portal for Calgarians and anybody interested in Calgary about, you know, what's going on in our community, restaurants, lifestyle, really try to connect deep within the community and the people that do some pretty amazing things in Calgary.
Nice. So Will it be interactive at all? Is there a component where people are going to be able to contribute, or how are Calgarians going to interact with this thing? What's the thoughts there?
You know, it's going to be probably something that's going to evolve as we go along, but obviously we're going to have the opportunity for Calgarians to be featured and to contribute content and even videos on our website as well.
So is this people? Is this businesses? Is this
Both.
Okay.
People and businesses.
Cool?
Right?
Yeah.
So, anybody that's doing something exceptional within the community, if it's an individual that does some pretty amazing things within the community, and for instance, charitable work, giving
Right.
back to the community, featuring them, as well as local companies. Calgary has been through really tough economic times in the last 4 years, and to obviously give back to the community and feature small businesses especially,
Right.
who may have really done some amazing things and overcome a lot of struggles.
So market's down a bit. Is now a good time to buy?
Well, they always say you should buy when not a lot of people are buying, right? For the best opportunities. And, Calgary's been in a downturn since 2014. Obviously, a big impact from the energy sector and the downturn there. And we've had a lot of, influences by government,
those are
both
fun.
provincial
Yeah.
and federally. And, our heart and soul in Calgary is the energy sector.
Right.
And, there's been a lot of people that have been impacted in a negative way with the unemployment. Calgary has the highest unemployment in the nation.
That sucks.
And, there's definitely has been an adjustment in expectations in the marketplace from homeowners. Obviously, a lot of people have a lot of pride in their homes. Every homeowner, including myself, we all think our home is worth more than what a buyer is willing to pay. But, there's a ton of opportunities out there for people that, are looking at real estate as an investment long term. And, I think Calgary will come out of this recession. We always do. The people are very resilient and creative. And, this one's lasting a little longer than normal, but we'll come out just fine.
So you're with Remax, which obviously international brand, probably the top premium brand in the nation, and you just recently won an award, number one in most deals in Canada. Is that right?
Yeah, so in 2018, our team was recognized as the number one Remax team in all of Canada based on closed transactions. So,
and how many teams or how many agents are in Canada?
Good question.
I think there's like 30,000, something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what, like about 30,000 Remax agents in all of Canada, 120,000 Remax agents in the world.
Yeah.
We rank number 9 in the world.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And, again, in one of the most challenging markets in North America.
What are some of the other awards?
We got number 4 for number 4 for paid commissions in all of Canada, and number 1 in Western Canada for units and commissions, number 1 in Alberta, that kind of stuff.
And number 1 in Calgary, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think Calgary's in Western Canada.
Yes. All right. Boom.